I would never do that because
You just did, didn't you?
I did now, but not about other people.
Okay, well, I don't believe you. Do you want to open it up tonight?
No, go ahead. But you sound better.
Oh, I feel better. Ever since I did that thing.
No, I mean the
Voice?
with the filter on front.
Well, let's let the people be the judge of that.
Okay.
Speaking of the people, hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
It's TheAscertainers. It's episode 28. We are back at it, and we have a new table, which we're just ruining with these mic stands. We have a 4 mic setup now, even though we don't have any guests on tonight. I said it's episode 28, I think. The Ascertainers are Mark.
Hello, everyone.
That's Mark. Mark, tell us about yourself.
I have nothing in my life to talk about.
Can't wait to hear about that for the next 40 or so minutes. I'm Jim. I'm the other Ascertainer, and that's episode 28. Thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, it should be
we
29.
could just do short ones and, pad the stat sheet if we wanted to. How many have you done? A million. How long are they?
30 seconds.
They're like a Sex Pistols song, 45 seconds, you're done. You're good. I think they had short songs. Most punk songs are short, aren't they?
I believe so, but I wasn't a big Sex Pistol person.
What are you doing with your legs? It looks weird from this angle, man. It looks like you're a teenager.
I have RLS, so it just helps me.
RLS?
Yeah.
The middle one? Because that's all I see moving over there. So, all right. Well, this is the topic of this one. This is a little bit of a reach. And as I prepared for this episode, did I say I'm Jim yet? I'm Jim. I'm Mark's old neighbor. We live in Minnesota. It is fall. We're both wearing long pants. That's kind of a thing because it went from 90 degrees last weekend, which was like record high, to like, was it in the 50s today?
Yes, and windy.
And windy as hell. So we literally had wind chill in October.
Yeah, it was a blustery day.
There were a lot of acorns, a big acorn crop. Did you know that? Up in the north of here, lots of, like a ton of acorns. And the old farmers, they say, well, you know what that means? Big snow winter. So we'll see. We'll keep you posted.
Does that come right from the Farmer's Almanac and the front page?
At one point it probably did, but I think it's probably like an old husband's tale, not an old wives' tale. You ever really get old husband tales, do you?
No, because the wives kill them off early.
True. Fair enough.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's Mark's wife. Hi, Audie.
Oh,
Are those Mark's reading glasses?
Yes, I took them.
Look how paralyzed he is. They're 3 feet away. And you want to say hi? Just come say hi real quick on my mic so we can know that you're alive. And then you'll say, oh, it wasn't so bad. Say, do you want to say your name?
Hello.
Diane, you kind of got a little familiar there in my arm. You want to come back and do that again a few more times?
That's all you get.
That's all I need. Thank you.
Yes.
They're not ready for you. She's going to be on with my wife shortly. Not tonight, but some other night.
Maybe.
When Mark's out of town. So, all right. Well, that was fun. That was a real, I think she's going to be like, we're going to have to pull her off the mic because I think she's going to
take over,
go unwillingly, and then she'll just fit right in and really enjoy it. So, yeah, we were neighbors. Mark moved. We stayed friends, and Mark came up with this podcast idea. Minnesota sucks in the wintertime. Minnesota's okay in the summertime. Where are you from? We have listeners in 5 countries.
We do.
We have listeners, I should count the states, but there's got to be 15 states.
It was earlier. I think it's up to 18 now.
Oh, you can do it by state? I see it just by city, and so there's a ton of...
Well, it says the
Minnesota
city
stuff.
State after that.
Yeah. That's
Riverside, California, something like that.
California.
The
Sunshine State. No,
well, anyways.
That's Colorado.
We were going to do this sports one. But being a Minnesota
we
fan...
better do it quick.
Well, the Twins are on their way to the World Series right now, but the...
Are your levels good? Because I could hardly hear you, which is rare.
Turn myself way down because I'm usually yelling, so my levels are way higher than yours.
Okay.
Because I have a booming radio voice.
You have a man's voice.
I do.
I have that one of a tenor, and the boys' choir.
Well, they'll drop soon enough. You'll be
Tenor.
all right.
Tenor, sixer, whatever.
But anyways, we're frustrated fans, Minnesota fans.
All Minnesota fans are.
So Jim nixed that idea and said, let's do something fun and do music.
Yeah, well.
Music, movies, and other things. But we kind of morphed into just a music one.
Right. And because I don't like talking about sports because we get very much let down. However, so the topic this week is, I picked it too, and I regret it. We've already done music topics of what I guess you'd probably call the Mount Rushmore or close of the big bands. We did the Beatles, we did the Who, we did Led Zeppelin, we did the Rolling Stones.
Right.
And basically we just gave our top 5 songs in that. It wasn't like we really broke them down hard like like an expert would. But
speaking of which, did you listen to Moonlight Mile? Did you listen to Shine a Light?
I did listen to Shine a Light, but I listened to Moonlight Mile, and all the comments said it's the best song ever written, and I got to listen to it again.
Yeah, you were kind of.
It's a real dramatic. It's like a total. That song is like a movie that has many horses, many spaceships, and many bows and arrows. It's like an epic song.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
They
got horns. They got fucking probably buffaloes running. They got everything going on.
But then it comes to the climax at the end.
I wouldn't know. I didn't get there. I didn't even get close.
You're hard to please, Jim.
Oh, no,
That's what I hear.
I don't think I'd use the word hard with that song. I was more semi interested in it. So this week, the topic that we'll eventually get to and get through, high up in the order, is movie soundtracks. And as I'm researching, it's like, oh yeah, here's the ones I like, but it's like, how am I going to convey these? Like, what is it I like about these? And it's like, oh, well, this one's got 5 songs. I don't know who fucking did them. Oh, shoot.
Hey, he's going to do the swear jar because he thought he cussed a little bit too much.
I literally have a swear jar upstairs. So I'm just going to do it. So I owe a quarter every time, but I wanted to do the ding where you'd be able to actually hear a quarter going in. I said the F word 28 times on the last episode. That's too many times.
We could get a bell.
We could do something, yeah. Well, we'll do something, but I'm going to try to self-police it because that's just not. That's sloppy. That's what they call bush league in Anchorman.
Here, I got a quarter. I'll drop it in your beer.
Okay. Wow, when did you start carrying big money like that around? I'll find. We should find something. There's got to be something.
No, you can mark it down tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got one. I'm in for one. I'm going to try to keep it in single digits. Let's not go cold turkey here. But yeah, it's not a good look. And for those who are offended by the last episode, give me another try. Just give me a chance. So anyhow, movie soundtracks going to be very difficult. We are going to play the radio game. And then what we found is last couple weeks is that by getting the music stuff accomplished, and then we just kind of, you don't have to wade through all the muck to get to the, if it's a band thing you like. And if you like movie soundtracks, this might not be your podcast, but anyhow. Okay, radio game. If you don't know the rules of the radio game, go and listen to a previous episode. It's been explained 27 times already, and it gets worse every time. We each pick 4 bands. We do 2 that are kind of mainstream and 2 that are a little less commonly heard, and then we turn on the local radio station and we hope that one of those is on there. And I'll start this week for my mainstream ones. I'm going with Yes and Creedence Clearwater Revival. How about you?
I'm going with Styx and Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and Young. Any combination of those.
Interesting. We both have a band that goes by their initials and another that is a single syllable. Huh. Ain't that a
kick in the head?
Is that what that is? Stop. That's my head. My next, so I'll give you one of my off the beaten paths, Billy Squier. And you?
All I can picture is Billy Squier in the tight pants.
You don't like Billy
dancing
Squier?
Around. No, I think that video ruined his career because he was a great guitarist, and then he did that video, and yeah.
And have you seen him since?
No, and people thought he was a joke after that.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't know if you did this one before, Ian Hunter and Mott the Hoople. Did you do that?
I feel like you did it last week. I feel like we talked about it in the car recently. Oh, I think we talked about it on Saturday when we golfed, or Sunday when we golfed.
I think we did.
Yeah, okay. So you're going to Mata Hoople?
No, I'm going with Ian Hunter, but I get Mott Hoople also.
Is there an Ian Hunter song that you can identify? I can't.
Yes, Just Another Night.
Really?
Just another night.
All right, well, if that's on. I'll make you verify it. I'm going to go with Triumph for my next one. My kind of off the beaten. Kind of the ultimate underrated band, too. I don't think that ever made it into the conversation, but what you're laughing at me. What?
Well, I was going to do one kind of to make fun of you.
Oh, can't wait.
Well, it's the Amazing Rhythm Aces. It reminds me of the Atlantic Rhythm section.
The Atlanta.
From Charleston.
I thought it was the Indian or the... how many other oceans are there? Arctic. Arctic Rhythm section. Oh, that'd be fun. They'd stick to their horns, which would be bad. So we got them picked. All right, we're going to try to do this. We scratched the one idea where if it's a commercial, we'll do a thing. So we're just going to try to
fit it in somewhere.
Play through.
And the Amazing Rhythm Aces, third rate romance.
Oh, that's the Amazing Rhythm Aces?
Yeah, low rent rendezvous.
Oh, it's like super staticky. Oh, it just came on. Song, Tom Petty. Won't back down. So, all right. Hey, we're still live. I think hopefully we can edit out some of that, whatever, muck. So, yeah, all right. So, we got that. We should probably talk current events. What happened to your...
well, let's go right into the music, and then we can cover that.
We'll do that after?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do soundtracks.
Because you said that's what we were going to do. We're going to jump right into the music.
I agree.
Okay.
But for those that were paying attention on the last episode, the fact that we went... At least we're not doing full-on show tunes, but we're dipping our toe in with movie soundtracks. Do you remember the last episode when I said someone's name and you said, "Oh, aren't they dating Josh?" And I think his name is Duhamel or Duhamel.
Yeah, from North Dakota.
We both acted like we didn't know who he was. I think it was really like.
Oh, I do know who he is because he's.
Oh, is that his name? You know, like as I got like a poster of him on the back of my door upstairs.
A very attractive young man.
Is he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It's like, got you. You went right into that one.
He's really into North Dakota, and he comes down for the Vikings games.
I did see him. And who's he engaged in a heterosexual relationship with? So don't get your hopes up, Mark.
I don't
brought
know.
Up some woman, and you go, "Oh, isn't she dating Josh Duhamel?"
Not anymore. They were dating from the Black Eyed Peas.
So he's Fergie.
Fergie.
So he's available. I mean,
no, I don't think he is.
I mean, she's available. What did I say?
So he's in the Chris Evans. Who's the other one? Ryan Gosling. If he went through the front door, you just say go upstairs.
Oh, he's in the he's on the list.
Is he? I'm asking.
Well, I don't know. I don't know him that well. I don't think.
We don't care about his personality.
Personality means a lot to make the list. So, or at least I can use it to disqualify a guy if I don't know, if I'm not sure.
You know, I thought we'd get to the music before 15 minutes.
Well, we did. We did the radio game. So, how many soundtracks do you have? I have 5.
Oh,
I just have heavy metal, and that's it.
Oh, did you have that one?
No, but I know you do.
Yeah, I do have that. How'd you know that? Did I mention it before?
Mark, you're a very complex person. I'm not sure how I knew that.
But I was going to open up with West Side Story. As a joke, yes.
Yeah, totally as a joke. I mean, right?
But you did the Jets thing
came up at dinner, the Jets, and I did the finger snap thing while sitting.
And it ruined my whole plan on doing the West Side Story.
It's such a confusing scene.
So I'll start with Frozen.
Come on, you're killing me. Frozen? You got me. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm not ready for the next one. I'm going to try to think what you're going to do for the next one.
I won't do any more of those.
Peter Pan? No. All right, what do you got? Give me one serious one that's not
one that probably you have, Blues Brothers.
I don't. I thought about it. I heard, actually, the original Groove Me. It's by some guy named King something. And, yeah, it's good. I mean, they do. I think they honor those songs well. But that's a great soundtrack. And those guys were actually, I mean, John Belushi. And that was, what the band was behind him, right? I mean,
right, Matt Guitar Murphy and...
it was kind of the Saturday Night Live band. A lot of them. Like Blue Lou Marini and
Dick Dunn.
Duck Dunn.
Duck Dunn.
Duck Dunn is a very notorious bass player, studio bass player. Paul Schaefer. I can't think of the...
Paul Schaefer wasn't in the movie.
He played on the record, though.
Did he? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty positive. And I'm not sure that he's not in the movie, but...
No, they had that Murph on the keyboard.
Okay. That's a great pick. Good way to start it off. I went with Pulp Fiction because it has such a, like, the songs kind of take you back, and they're very, like, it starts off with kind of a surf song, and then it has, it's got Ricky Nelson, which is obviously very old. Then it has Urge Overkill from Chicago. It's got a little bit of everything, and it's kind of whatever, kind of a nostalgic one almost. But I have another couple of nostalgic ones too, so it's probably going to get overused.
Well,
do you agree with Pulp?
I do.
Did you like the movie?
It's not one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies.
Which is?
Hateful Eight is up there.
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs will be always
right.
One of my top
and
ones.
What a sparse soundtrack that one had.
Yes.
That one only had about 6 songs in it, I think.
Yeah, but he used them well.
Yeah, well, what's Stuck in the Middle? Steeler's Wheel?
Yeah.
Pretty good scene.
My
Okay.
ear hurts.
Your turn.
Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
A nostalgia type.
Yeah. I bounced that off my youngest, and he matched me on one that thought should have, and I'll bring it up later, but he did say Dazed and Confused. Now, I can't think of a single song. I don't think I've seen that movie start to finish.
Well, it opens up with
a lot of parts of it.
Aerosmith, and then it has War,
okay,
Lowrider, and yeah, just all the music we listened to at that time.
Well, I was a little younger than you. I was a little younger than you. I was still probably listening to my Partridge Family.
And that's a famous line by, all right. What's that? Matthew McConaughey.
Which is what?
His famous line.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that comes from Dazed and Confused.
All right.
All right. One of my favorite movies.
Well, there you go. I got to watch it. There's like it's kind of stacked too, right? With like, there's like Jason Segel in that too, or no? Am I thinking of like Freaks and Geeks? But aren't there a couple other like known actors that are?
Ben Affleck.
Okay.
Is he known?
I heard that he got in that movie. McConaughey. He kind of just talked his way onto it. He wasn't really an actor.
Wow.
Verify that, but he's got all kinds of great stories. I don't know if any of them are true, but they're pretty inspiring. So that's cool.
Bless the moon.
I don't know what that means.
Remember we were watching, he was opening some building in Texas at the university, and it was a big fundraiser.
Oh, yeah, you made me watch it.
Yeah, and he started doing this singing, come on, everybody, bless the moon, and everyone looking at him like he's stupid, crazy. And even the people on stage with him are just looking at him like, we want no part of this. And he keeps going for about 2 minutes. Bless the moon. Come on, everybody. Nobody joins in.
He is.
It's so awkward.
He doesn't give a shit, and that's cool about him. His little speech in the beginning of Wolf of Wall Street is when he's at lunch with Leonardo DiCaprio. How many times do you take care of it a day? I don't know. A couple times a week. Oh, you got to up your numbers, man. All right, my next one, no surprise to anyone that knows me and has listened to this podcast. We go together like shamalama-lama, da diggity dog, Grease. Summer Nights, baby.
So
it's basically Frank. It's the.
Oh, I thought you were doing like a Frozen joke.
No, I'm serious. Grease is a great soundtrack. I cranked Grease in the old Pinto growing up on the cassette, actually.
Oh,
We had the 8-track in the house, cassette in the car.
just stop.
It's
Just
called
stop.
multimedia, man.
Just stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
I am not. I liked imagining that 30-year-old John Travolta and 35-year-old Olivia Newton-John were in high school. I thought it was kind of cool. And 52-year-old Stockard Channing. She's like the female version of Mr. T. What's the thing? Somebody, Eddie Murphy does Mr. T. He goes, I'll squeeze my cheeks and rip your dick off. I feel like Soccer Channing could say that. I don't know. Does dick off count as a swear? I'm only counting Effenheimers, and I still think I'm at 1.
You are.
Still at 1? Yeah. All right. So, Grease. I'm not ashamed. Look at me. I'm Sandra D. Flaunting with virginity or something like that. But then at the end, she says goodbye. She says goodbye to Sandra D. And then they put a bunch of makeup on her, and she looks like a hooer. And then I guess everything's okay. And then the car flies. And Rizzo's not pregnant. It's the best.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't think you're ready. I think you meant Frozen. I saw you draw a line on your paper. I want to see if you're trying to...
I'm on my phone again.
I didn't say Frozen. I said Slapshot. All right. Okay. What's your third?
Well, heavy metal. You already outed
metal,
me.
Which
cat's out of the bag.
I primarily know Sammy Hagar's heavy metal. What other is Children of the Sun on that or no? Billy Thorpe?
No, Don Felder is on it for the beginning song.
Heavy metal?
Yeah.
I thought that was Sammy.
No, there's I can't remember the song now.
Okay, but heavy metal was sung by Sammy Hagar. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure everyone knows that.
You got one right.
Way to go. Clearly stated the obvious.
And Jim is just trying to make up for the Grease comment.
Yeah, but I like football. Yeah, totally. I like the tight end. I like the 2-point conversion. You know what I mean?
And I love the Vikings. That purple just makes their eyes pop.
I like the Packers. I don't know why. It seems natural. So, all right. Do you care to expand any more on heavy metal or not?
No, I think it's a great movie and a great soundtrack.
This is a tough kind of category to talk about. And this one, if you make me name more than Donovan Atlantis or what's the Clapton one? Huh.
I don't know the movie.
It's Goodfellas.
Oh, that's on my list.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, just great. Again, some old songs, some like classic rock songs, and just kind of just really fits the movie as a weird. I think that's a weird movie. Like it has a lot of weird twists and turns in it, and I think the music plays a big role in kind of cleansing the palate to get you into another effed up situation that they get into.
What's the song when he's offing all the people, like in the car and in the meat locker?
See, that's the one that I thought was Donovan. No. Here, when you're doing your thing, I'll look it up. It's not good form for me to do it like while we're doing this, but I brought this up on an episode that we had of TheAscertainers. You ever heard of them?
I do, but I try to go back and listen to our old ones, but those guys are so annoying. Who can get through it? Yeah.
More like ascertainers, right?
Right.
What a couple of dicks. All right, going to take a break during the meat of the episode and talk about Newts. We were at Newts tonight, and
I got one more.
No, I have 2 more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we're taking a break to mix it up to make sure. See, this is like the prime real estate of the episode. It's right in the middle of our riveting talk about the topic. And last episode, we also kind of almost forgot to say Newts. So tonight, my wife got there before Mark. And can we say your wife's name is Diane? She's cool with that, right? If not, you can edit it out. Anyway, so we arrived because Diane had to do some laundry at my house. She threw a load in a dryer, and then the three of us went up and joined my wife, who had already gotten us a table, and our beers, Mark and I's beers, were already on the table, and Sara, the bartender, was just thrilled that she could beat us to the table. So, new special is I had it. It's on a pretzel bun. It's I'll read it to you. It's 2 4-ounce patties.
How was the pretzel bun?
It was. I always thought that they would be like, chewing through leather. It was Rudy's Oktoberfest burger. 2 4-ounce patties combined with chopped bacon and onion give this burger a very tasty kick. Topped with Swiss cheese and Dijon honey mustard on a pretzel bun. Quite good. Quite good. I would put it up there with the smash burger that is, I just learned tonight, is actually Corey's invention. He invented that burger. And that's pretty cool. And he asked which I like better, and I said it's too early to tell, but the Oktoberfest burger is a little less of a little less messy. But take a shower once a week. I'm fine. I'll get that cheese from under my nails. Get that taken care of.
Now you tell me after we use your dryer.
I did. Well, yeah. Well, I Purell the dryer occasionally. I do some weird shit. I cooked a turkey in there one time, super tender at the end. You know what I mean? It's just like it's fall apart. That's good. Put it on high. Put a couple gravy sheets in the lint trap, and it's just it's good. Actually, the regular dryer sheets when it starts, and they turn into gravy sheets by the end. You've never cooked a turkey in the dryer?
I have, but I don't use dryer sheets.
Oh well.
Who the hell does that?
You see, if it wasn't for this, you wouldn't have learned.
You stuff it with the dryer sheets for the stuffing.
Oh, you're in the bird.
Yeah.
Dryer sheet guy. Yeah, I'm a lint trapper. Side dish. So, anyhow, Newt's doesn't serve turkey. Actually, they have a turkey burger, but please go to Newt's if you've never been. It's in Apple Valley. There's also locations in Rochester, but they don't know us, so. For our twins, we could go there anyway and tell them TheAscertainers sent you, and then they'll go, what now? So eventually it'll pay off. We'll have worldwide domination. In fact...
Can I do a shout out to Sara for having our beers ready at the table before we even walked in?
You were on your phone when I already said that, but that's okay. Look how excited you were.
Wow.
Yes, Sarah's great.
But I wanted to say it.
Sarah's great. She was in a great mood tonight. Corey was in everyone was in a good mood tonight. It must be like a full moon. Even though I know it's a half moon, because I saw it last night and it was like literally half a moon.
Good story.
It was not.
Now people know exactly when we're recording this.
It was not a waning gibbous or a waxing gibbous. It was a half moon. Do you know the moon phases, Mark?
Waning is when it's getting smaller, correct? And waxing is when it's growing larger.
Sure. It's one or the other. I thought a waxing gibbous, it was, I think before there is a half moon, so between full and half is a gibbous. Okay? Not the monkey. That's a gibbon. What's the matter?
I'm just trying to poke my brain listening to you.
No, that shouldn't... use the headphone jack. Just jam it in there.
Let's just use this pencil.
So I think the waxing is it's going toward half, and I think waning is the other way, where it's going toward past half and toward crescent. So you say it goes waxing then waning?
Correct. But
next episode, a little homework.
Okay.
I bet our more educated people are just screaming at their listening device, going, "Come on!"
Actually, I missed the Sara comment because I was looking up. It was Layla. The piano
Actually, that's Derek and the Dominoes. Yes.
Correct.
Written by Eric Clapton.
The piano part was written by the guy who...
killed his mom.
Correct. Not Eric Clapton's mom, but his own mom.
This is going to be the premiere guy who killed his mom piano player episode. he's pushing the flip-flop and wood
If he's still alive, he's going to be listening to us in prison.
All right, everyone got the message. You're going to Newt's, you're getting a beer, you're playing some pull tabs, listening to some jivey tunes, and getting some good food. Yeah, get there. Aloha. It's cool. Who's up? I've done 3.
Go ahead. You're up.
Have you done 3? Heavy
Well,
metal.
Goodfellas.
Oh, we tied on that. My next one is Hot Rod.
And we covered that earlier.
I thought it was all Europe songs. Turns out there's only like 4 Europe songs. There is a song that my mind was blown. Have you ever heard of a band called Queens of the Stone Age?
Oh, yeah.
They appear in Hot Rod when he's doing the jump. There's a band on stage. Apparently that's Queen of the Stone Age. They're all like Afro wigged up and everything else. They go under a band called Gown is the name of the band, but it's produced by Josh Homme, and the word on the internet is that, yeah, that's Queens of the Stone Age, and it's a jamming tune, but it sounds a lot like Europe. So that's why I thought there was like 5 Europe songs on it. But
if I'm correct, Queen of the Stone Age is just the one guy. He's had different bass players and different drummers.
They definitely had different drummers because Dave Grohl was one for a few songs. So.
And their big hit, that bass player's gone.
Is he? Gone?
No, he just picks up people whenever he tours.
I think he's a kind of a made guy in the industry, yeah. So he probably just is he's the David Coverdale of good music.
And not to bring everyone down, but he's good friends with that band that during the attack in France that was playing. God, I don't know their name now. But
at a concert?
Well, they ended up at the concert. They went through the whole city shooting up people, and then they went to the venue where those guys were playing and shot that up also.
Wow, that's not good.
No.
Not even a little.
No.
That's a good that's a real uplifting story.
I know, and I prefaced it that I was going to try not to bring us down, but...
Here's how cool Josh Homme is and I think it's how you say it. Homonym. Anthony Bourdain visited him at his trailer. He lives out in the desert in a trailer. Anthony Bourdain did a full-on, no reservations at this guy's trailer. That's like, you are a cool dude if that's happening.
Well, not now, I guess.
Well, it wasn't like last week. This thing is going to make me cross-eyed and ornery because I keep looking through it. I see like 2 mark heads, and that's too many. All right, what's your next movie there?
Oh, crap. I was looking up that band that was during the Paris attacks.
Do that later. We'll do that in another episode.
I'll do what I want.
All right, my next one is Clerks.
I've never watched the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got, I think it's got 1 Soul Asylum, 1 Golden Smog, which is a super group that I think everybody should know about, made up of people from various bands, a few from Minnesota, Wilco, Uncle Tupelo. They redid Shooting Star, Bad Company's Shooting Star, and do a really good job. Dave Perner from Soul Asylum on vocals. And then there's another one by, I think it's called Bash and Pop, which is Tommy Stinson's side project when he was, I think, maybe after the Replacements, but very good too. It's just a cool, it's kind of a 90s, pre-grunge cool type of shit. Stuff. That's a half a swear.
Okay. So 12.5 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one of those. It's a peso.
There goes our Hispanic
listeners. All right. And your last
Desperado.
One? What's that?
Desperado.
Is that what's that guy? The guy that did the Flonase B?
Antonio Banderas, yeah.
Was he a B in that too, or was he a regular guy?
No, it's pretty good.
Is it?
Steve Buscemi's in it. Salma Hayek.
All right.
Yeah.
You had me at Buscemi. God, I love that guy. He's never bad in a movie.
He doesn't last long in this one. Oh, spoiler alert.
Jeez, man.
Way to go.
I was getting ready to hit order, and now I won't because something.
But I believe it's all original music.
Meaning the soundtrack is just original songs?
Yes.
Really?
I believe so.
And you could only hear these songs on that movie?
Yes.
Well, that really is mind bender.
Fine, how do you do?
I'm gonna figure out a way to dangle this mic from the ceiling because I'm gonna wind up. I won't be able to have kids after how cross-eyed I am after this. I also, fun fact, had a vasectomy, so I won't be able to. But I'll blame it on the mic stand. Okay, I actually had 2 vasectomies.
You know they should do both ones at the same time.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I paid cash. It's like, how much you got? I'm like, yeah, well, we'll do one. Come back for the other. I'm like, okay. I got to deliver some more newspapers. I'll be back in a little bit. Hey, you guys need a wreath? need any wrapping paper or a ham or some cookies? Some popcorn covered in God knows what.
Okay.
All right, well, that was soundtracks. We muscled through that. We have enough time to do a couple of
things you wanted to cover from before.
Yeah, I have a couple of song ones from last episode, the Rolling Stones. I kept attributing the Fergie to Sympathy for the Devil, and that was clearly Gimme Shelter. Oops, a daisy. I mean, they're not even close. So
I didn't know the reference, so I...
Really? Ooh, I bet there are some people that are like, oh, my God, he knows he's not an idiot. And then we referenced Pretty Girl somehow, and then but that song was from Beast of Burden, or that lyric is from Beast of Burden, not Some Girls. Some Girls, I think, I don't even know if that's a song.
It is a song on Some Girls.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Well, so much for that. Maybe it's on that too, but...
It is not.
That's all I had. And then, you brought up the supper.
I'm in trouble.
The supper dinner debate. Do you have anything? I'm talking too much. What do you got? Tell me.
Well, the dinner thing is, yes. If you look up the definition of dinner, it's the main meal of the day. It can be either midday or evening.
So let's say, using that same rationale, which is a little different than you said last week, you said it's the biggest meal of the day. So let's say that at noon, you decided that, you know what, I'm going to eat a lot. And you're like, that was dinner. And then let's say later in that day, they were serving up something really good and you ate more. So can you have 2 dinners in one day? Or do you switch and say, oh, nope, lunch was supper and this is dinner?
Yes.
And where the hell's lunch?
No, lunch would be lunch.
Okay.
And then your dinner would change. If it was the other way, it would be dinner then supper. But since you ate more at supper, it would be lunch, dinner. It's so easy concept. I don't know why you're having troubles with it.
I feel like, is this what they do to like hostages and stuff to make them like get along with their captors?
Say you're working, you're a cop working dog watch. That's the overnight. You're not going to eat your biggest meal at supper time. You're going to eat it.
How do you know?
At midnight or at 2 a.m.
Well, that's a horse of a different color.
Well, you got to think about it. All these other people. You can't just think of yourself, Jim, all the time.
We should do an episode on phrases that make no sense, and I'll lead with, "Oh, that's a horse of a different color." What does that even mean?
Isn't that from Wizard of Oz?
Are you serious?
I am. Didn't the horse change colors when they went into Oz?
How would I know? I don't watch movies like that.
It's one of the greatest soundtracks ever. You should see his look on his face.
Was that your 6th one? You're like, oh, it's not quite top 5, but, I got Frozen over here, and I got Wizard of Oz, and... So you mean The Wiz?
The Wiz.
Not the one with the chick from the Supremes, the one, the porno, The Wiz, just got peeing all over everybody.
Was that Donna Summers that starred in The Wiz?
Who's the one that hung out with, who was this? Not Dionne Warwick, the other one.
I don't know.
Diana Ross.
Did I say that?
I think you said Donna Summers.
Oh, I did. Diana Ross, I believe.
Is that the one that she was like friends with Michael Jackson and stuff?
Yes.
I feel like I'm misremembering or unremembering. So, all right. Yeah. So next, I guess, planned ahead, we have We have 2 guests coming up. I think the next time we record will be... Actually, I think we're planning tonight, after this one, to do an episode that may or may not ever be heard. We're going to try to do the... Nope, not even going to talk about it. Can't even tease it.
No.
Okay, well, then we're not going to do anything. And,
we aren't.
You know, but if we ever die and there's an extra episode, that's what it'll be. We're not still alive. And if Mark just dies, then that means he gave me that look again.
If we do die, we won't care.
Yeah, what do we care? We're dead.
AI will take over and do our episodes without us.
I don't think I think AI's got bigger fish to fry than...
They would never come up with Frozen.
Wow. I feel like I just punched myself in the stomach, in the heart. So, all right, well, this is going to be a little shorter one unless you got anything, but otherwise, we talked about Newts. We talked about the... I think Mark wants to keep the radio game alive. I thought about doing radio bingo, but...
Oh, I forgot about the Tang thing, but...
Did we talk about it last episode?
Well, we said, yes, we did. We said we'd talk about it later on the next episode.
What more is there to say other than Tang is delicious? And as a kid, were you like me where you felt like, oh, if I add more, it'll taste better, but then you wound up with like an inch of like wet sand at the bottom?
Do they even make Tang anymore?
I'm sure they do. Why wouldn't they?
Because I don't think...
Or did Sunny D take it over?
Probably.
Sunny D's just...
And Kool-Aid...
Liquid Tang.
Started doing their same program that, the big bins of already added sugar and flavoring.
Oh. You ever make Countrytime lemonade, like with the scoop?
Yes.
Where you make it like per glass. Every time I did that, I got like a huge amount of like fine Countrytime dust up my nose. And it wasn't pleasant.
It was very fine.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's like, I feel like
you poured in the water and a little cloud would come up into your face.
Yeah, it was like doing cocaine, I heard.
Well, as a kid, it's pure sugar.
I don't do drugs anymore.
Or any less.
I don't do it. I do not. I'm drug free, except for caffeine, a whole bunch of high blood pressure stuff, and Coors Light. So.
Yeah, and Viagra.
I've never taken a Viagra.
I haven't either.
My doctor's like, I
haven't either.
I don't think. Although I tried one time and it got stuck in my throat, and I had a stiff neck for the whole weekend.
I think you've used that one before.
I'm sure I have.
Oh, did you ever do the strawberry quick?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
It was...
What's better, powdered quick or Hershey's syrup?
Hershey syrup.
Is better than quick?
Yeah. I didn't like...
Do you remember the one called like PDQ? It had like big rocks, like big granules.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was PDQ. Maybe it wasn't that. But it was like it was better. It had like a malted milk flavor.
That was a big store growing up.
PDQ, yes. So maybe it wasn't that.
Before 7-Elevens. And I think they were just local here.
I'll check with my brother Jeff, who's been on the podcast, who also is a pretty loyal listener, I think. Hey, Jeff, shout out. How's things? Hope they're good. Next time you're in town, let's get back on the mics.
Yeah, that was fun.
So, all right. Well, I think this horse is about beaten.
Yeah, we could probably kill it.
So, Ascertainers at TheAscertainers@gmail.com for any feedback. Gonna have a t-shirt up. I'm gonna see our designer tomorrow, so I'll try to get us a t-shirt update, see where that's at. They had just been married and are moving into a house next weekend, or in a week or so. So they got a little bit of shit going on, but we'll try. We're not a big high-paying gig. We're paying, but we're not paying very much. We're getting a deal. So anyway, looking forward to those shirts. It'll be fun. If you want one, we'll make a couple bucks on them, but we're not going to charge we're not there to make money, just there so we can order more shirts.
Make money, make money.
And if you have a color of t-shirt you like, send it in.
And you'll get black.
Probably, but anyway. Black has all the colors. Or is that white?
It's black.
You used to have a strong feeling on this, where one was the absence of all color and one is where it's every color. And it seemed like it was not.
No, white was all the colors in the spectrum, and black is the absence. That's why when you're in the sun, black soaks up more heat because it's absorbing all the spectrum colors. And white reflects them because it has all the colors in it.
I thought this was not going to be a race situation here.
As we're going, if you're ever stuck in the desert, you will know these things.
Well, I would have a horse with me.
With no name.
You're supposed to say, what's the horse's name?
I'm sorry. I ruined it. Well, I was trying to wrap this up.
It's Wildfire. Different song. Come on, man. All right. Good night, everybody, or good day. Good day. Good day, sir.
I said good day.
Be kind to one another. Bye-bye.
Good night.